Welcome to a Noctem tier list. My name is Sai. Today we're going to be doing Call of Duties from 2003 to 2022. Alright, let's get into this. Okay, so with these Call of Duties that we're going to be judging, we're going to be doing them based off their multiplayer experience and probably their single player too. Okay, because I feel like I've played every single campaign for all these Call of Duties. And then on top of that, we've got a never played section just in case for any of them that I didn't play, or maybe I couldn't judge because I haven't played enough of it. Okay, so let's go systematically. Let's start with this. So I'm already going to tell you, I think this is like maybe Call of Duty 3. Alright, this looks like a Call of Duty 2, Call of Duty 3. Alright, I'm 22 years of age. When this came out, I was probably 3 or 4 years old. Right, I was a very big youngin. I was probably watching SpongeBob instead of playing Call of Duty. So let's just make this easier. Let's just get rid of all of these. All right, Call of Duty United Offensive. Like what? I was playing Jak and Daxter, right, when this came out. Maybe Ratchet and Clank, maybe Spyro even, right? None of this Call of Duty nonsense, right? United Front. I've never heard of it, all right? This one, however, so if I'm not mistaken, I think that's Call of Duty Online, right? So I believe because they couldn't release Call of Duty in China, they made their own like little Call of Duty called Call of Duty Online, and it basically captured like the best parts of Call of Duty, like the best maps, the best weapons, and they just said, all right, screw it, let's just throw everything into one Call of Duty game, and then just take it, just take it, right? And it's almost ingenious how good that was, right? Because I mean, what does, like, every Call of Duty player wants the best things from the Call of Duty, right? Instead we get new and different things every single year. They just got like the best of the best. I do remember watching a lot of gameplay of this back in the day, and this looked really fun, but I don't think I ever had a PC, so I never could actually play it. So that's going to go into never played. And this one is Call of Duty 3. Okay, we finally start. Right. Do we? What's even this? I'm going to pop this to the side too. I have no clue what that is either, or that. There is a lot of Call of Duty that I haven't played. Wow, maybe I just don't know a lot. Am I that useless? Is that? No, I don't know what that is. Oh my god. Okay. Infinite Warfare. Oh boy, we're not starting strong here. We are not starting strong. Okay, so Infinite Warfare multiplayer. I played more of the beta, I'd say, than I did of the actual game, right? Is that to say I dislike the game though? No, not necessarily. I did think it got really dry. I think Infinite Warfare came at a bad time, right? I think Infinite Warfare came at a time where, right, we've had jetpacks for 2 years, everyone was getting really bored. Right, what do we do now? All right, we have another jetpack game. So boring that they had to throw MW Modern Warfare Remastered with it to actually like give it some some emphasis. And to be honest, that's what I mainly played. I mainly played Modern Warfare Remastered instead of Infinite Warfare, right? Did I think Infinite Warfare was a terrible game though? To be deadly honest, it wasn't the most engaging. And I think one thing that really put me off that game was the fact that you could have variants, the fact that other people could just have better guns than you. So for that reason, I'm going to put that in D tier, right? I don't think you should be playing a Call of Duty game where you have variants of weapons, where you are just guaranteed to have a better weapon than the other person. I don't like that at all. I think that's a terrible thing. World War II. Okay, so what did I think about World War II? I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan of World War II. I didn't get along with it. I'm not gonna lie. Again, I think it was just that whole repetitive era. It's, oh great, another World War II game, right? What are we gonna do now? Like this, it's getting old. It's getting old at this point, right? I'm tired of using STGs and Thompsons and whatnot. I don't want to use them anymore, right? I want to use laser guns, all right? I want to use cool weapons. I want to use an ACR or an AK. I don't want to use this stuff anymore, right? The game just looked dry. The game felt dry. It felt boring to play. And yeah, I just wasn't a big fan of it, right? And I thought the maps were absolutely horrendous in this game too. Right, some of the worst I've seen. So that's a D tier for me as well. We're not off to a good start. Call of Duty Black Ops 3. Like, what a game. What a game. The best, in my opinion, of the jetpack era, right? You had so much content that was given to you if you were a multiplayer kid. right? Like myself, and even as a zombies kid as well, you had so much content because I loved both zombies and multiplayer. I put a lot of hours into this game, right? I think I may have got to like prestige level 1000, prestige 10 level 1000, something ridiculous, because I just played it that much. I just loved playing it that much. I enjoyed it so much. You had so much content. You had new maps coming out every so often. You always had new skins from the supply crates that you could get to. You had amazingly cool design skins, right? Which was just like, when you got them, you were just so amped, right? The dark matter camo was such an incredible grind because it looked amazing. It looked fantastic, right? The game was just done very, 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 very well. I was so impressed. I think the only downside to the game, in my opinion, was the actual campaign. The campaign was a joke. It was absolutely terrible. But the rest of the game, right, zombies, multiplayer, was fantastic. I thought it was so good, and I loved it. That's an A tier game for me. I absolutely adored it. I absolutely adored it. Modern Warfare 2019. Okay, so this came out like an interesting time. So when I was like really playing this game, it was COVID time. That's when when Warzone came out, and I suppose I have to kind of be inclusive to Warzone in this tier list because you're pretty much judging the full game, right? So we were given, I mean, this game was pretty addictive. It introduced like the new mechanics with like bunny hopping and slag canceling and whatnot, and the camo grind was fun. It was a bit long, and you had so many camos to do, but it was long. It was fun. And then you had like the Spec Ops mode as well, which was absolutely like drop dead useless, and no one probably ever played it. But then you did have Warzone at the end of the day as well, right? I think this Modern Warfare 2019 kickstarted a lot of things for future Call of Duties, maybe good, maybe bad, and maybe for that reason, that's why I'm gonna put this at a debatable B tier. I thought the gunplay and mechanically this game was really fun, and I thought the time at which it came was very important because it was COVID. And I mean, you can't ever dislike how good Verdansk was and how good Warzone was, and it introduced Prey. It really did revive Call of Duty, and I'm really stuck between an A and B here because like Warzone has like really does pick this game up a lot off its feet. But I think I'm gonna stick with a solid B tier, right? I think B tier is solid, right? Cold War. So this game was, in terms of like the most recent Call of Duties, in my opinion, one of the best, right? You had like amazing gunplay, amazing mechanics, right? In terms of slide cancelling, in terms of like jumping, shooting, gunplay. It was just very smooth, very clean, and it was fun to play. And I think that's really important, that the game was fun to play. And I played a lot of this game. This was like the first time I jumped onto PC to play PC COD, and I actually really enjoyed doing it. So that was one thing. Zombies mode was fantastic. Was so addictive, so fun to grind for camos and whatnot. I was absolutely stunned with zombies and how good it was and how addictive it was. So I mean, zombies is just an absolute plus to that game. The campaign was thrilling. It was so good. I think now the thing is that I couldn't really put Cold War with Black Ops 3. I don't think Cold War belongs with Black Ops 3 in my opinion, even though this game really doesn't have much bad things to it. But I think I'm gonna have to. I feel really bad for putting it there because like I don't think this is like fair. I don't think this is fair, I'll be honest, but I'm gonna do it anyway. We're 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 gonna do it anyway. Well, at the very least, I'm gonna move. No, I'm gonna keep that there. I think that's fair. Or at the very least, I'm gonna move. We'll play around with it after. I'm gonna put Cold War at B for now, right? And if I need to move it up to A, then I'll do so. All right. I believe this is Call of Duty Mobile. Why would I ever use a mobile when I can when I have a PC and a PlayStation? Not too sure. Right, let's go. It's going to never played. But does it look fun as hell to play? Yeah, absolutely. I wish we had content like we had in Call of Duty Mobile. Honestly, it looks so much fun. COD 4, the first Modern Warfare, right? The game was fun to play. So fun to play. Super addictive. The maps were so good. The guns were fun. Camera grind was easy. I don't think you could really go wrong with COD 4 in my opinion. This game was just like, for what it gave you, was so good, and the story was kicked off by one of the best stories we've had in Call of Duty in my opinion. And yep, I'd say for that reason, I think COD 4 probably sits at a strong A tier in my opinion. Like, this was just a solid game. 4-round, solid game. I loved it. World at War, right? So you had the inaugural start to Zombies, right, which was like a massive plus. You had your Noctem and Toten, you had your Shino Numa, Verrucht, Darius. Yep, you had your first 4 zombie maps that came out, right? Massive plus, right? Fun to play, absolutely. Multiplayer, however, was really fun. You had some pretty good maps, you had some really fun guns to play, and I think the timing at which this game came out was quite early, it was quite new, it was quite vibrant, and everyone loved it, right? And that was to no surprise. Did I think the game was a little bit broken in some aspects? Yes. And for that reason, I'm going to put this at a solid B tier. I do think this game was fantastic though, by all means. And I think I'd probably even push it to the top of B tier, if anything. I think that's a fair judging, a fair like standing for that. So, Modern Warfare 2. I don't know if I need to say much more. I'll be deadly honest, right? One of the best campaigns in the whole of the Call of Duty series. So, like, it's like S tier campaign, right? S tier Spec Ops mode, right? The like Spec Ops missions, like doing that with like, so this was what, back in maybe 2008, 2007, I want to say. I would have been like, I think I would have been around 9 years old. Okay, so doing couch play, like bringing, like calling my buddy over to my house and like literally just sitting on the couch and just trying to like get 3 stars and all the Spec Ops missions, the Juggernaut missions. That thrill of trying to do that is genuinely like so unmatched. I miss that so much. Like just you and a buddy just like trying your hardest to complete these missions, and they are like intentionally so difficult to do. So that's that. The multiplayer, some of the best maps we've ever had in a standalone Call of Duty. So good that they're being remade in the newest Modern Warfare 3, and they've been remade ever since. Like they've just been like dabbled about in Call of Duty. You've got Rust there, you've got a terminal there, you've got a skid row somewhere probably, right? Maps are like absolutely amazing, and then like the guns were just so fun to use. I think everything was overpowered in Modern Warfare 2, and it made it super fun. And this was probably the most fun I've ever had with sniping in a game. This is one of the first CODs like I really got into sniping, and I just was addicted. Right, I mean, to be fair, I was flat out addicted to this game. I had God knows how many hours in this game, and I absolutely loved it. So Modern Warfare 2 sits very nice and pretty up there. Call of Duty Black Ops, right? So with Black Ops, right, I think this is how we're looking. So I would say that I would say that with Black Ops, so zombies, maybe just between that and Black Ops 2, you had probably one of the best zombie modes in my opinion. Like, I played so much Black Ops Zombies as opposed to Black Ops the multiplayer. Not to say I didn't enjoy the multiplayer, but I enjoyed the zombies a hell of a lot more. So that's a really big positive. The story mode was like absolutely prolific, and then, like I said, with the multiplayer, it was pretty good. Like, it was not bad. I thought it felt a little clunky at times in comparison to what we had the previous year with Modern Warfare 2, but I never disliked it too much either. If I had to put Black Ops somewhere, I think Black Ops would maybe go at a high B tier for me, and I'm probably gonna have to start playing with this a lot more as well in terms of where I'm gonna start moving stuff. And I've just realized something, that this isn't Black Ops 3, this is actually Black Ops 4. So I need to change my So when we get to Black Ops 3, I'll actually tell you about Black Ops 4, and then we can move that around. We can move that around because I've just realized I've absolutely just mixed that up like an idiot. All right, Modern Warfare 3. If I'm being deadly honest, Modern Warfare 3 is literally exactly the same as Modern Warfare 2. Amazing maps, amazing guns, everything felt amazing, right? You had the survival mode and you had the Spec Ops mode, both incredible. One of the best like campaigns ever. Like this game, they literally just kind of copy and pasted this and just like added some like little tweaks and whatnot, and just made another fantastic game 2 years later. I mean, if only they could do that in the modern era, but like back then it was so easy to do, and they really did do it quite easily with Modern Warfare 3. That game was just something to behold. Both Modern Warfare 2 and Modern Warfare 3, amazing. Black Ops 2. Okay, so when Black Ops 2 came out, I was just going into secondary school, which would be the high school equivalent. So I would have been around 12 years old, right? 11 to 12 years old, because this would have come out in 2012, I think. So when this came out, I'm basically starting in a new school, and right, like I'm meeting loads of new people and stuff like that. It's really weird. I have to make loads of new friends, and for me, the easiest way to make friends back then was like, oh, who's got a PS3? Oh, cool. Do you play Call of Duty? Yeah, I play Call of Duty. Cool, let's play some Call of Duty. And it was Black Ops 2 at the time. That was what was out. So everyone was kind of playing Black Ops 2 at the time, and like I was so dominant at the game that like everyone loved playing with me, and I was just known for being really good at the game. And it was a case where like we would finish school, and so many of my friends played, so we would finish school and we'd have a, like, as soon as I got home, there is like 5 other people waiting in the lobby for me to just join, and we'd play for like 6-7 hours straight, whether it was zombies, which was fantastic, or even multiplayer. And we just did stupid stuff on Search and Destroy, or just camo grind, or do anything. It was just addictive, and it was fun, and some of the most fun I've had in gaming like ever. And it might have just been the time that I was playing it, but it really did just like I could play that game for so many hours like at a time and just not care. And I did that every single day when I came home from school. This game was really fun, really addictive. Maps were fun, and yeah, I had such a good time on it. So yeah, Black Ops 2, S tier, in my opinion. So Call of Duty Ghosts. This might be one of the most like hated, up there with one of the most hated CODs. And in terms of how I feel about this, I would probably say that from a competitive standpoint, I absolutely adored this game, but unfortunately I can't judge it from a competitive standpoint. I have to judge it as an overall game. So if we're looking at the Extinction mode, I didn't like it, right? I thought it was so dry and so boring. I thought the campaign was a bit meh, and the multiplayer, gunplay and whatnot was really fun. The maps were meh. Like, you had some good maps, you had some terrible maps. And the guns, they were actually pretty good. I actually really liked using the guns. So I don't think Ghost felt like a really good game, and it really hurts me to do this because I thought competitively this game is like an A to S tier. So as a standard multiplayer game, I think this might be one of my first that goes to C tier. I think Ghost is a C tier game in its overall without including competitiveness. And that really does pay me because I stick up for Ghost a lot, no matter how much stick it gets. Alright, Advanced Warfare. So, with Advanced Warfare, you had the survival mode, and then you had the zombies mode. Didn't like it. The campaign, didn't like it. And the multiplayer was fun to play. I did like the advanced movement. I was pretty good at the advanced movement. But then you had variants included, and just because someone had an Obsidian Steed or a Speakeasy because they got it out of a crate means that they would just win gunfights more often than me. Did that make it fun? No. Was 14-year-old me gonna steal my parents' credit card so I can buy some more crates and hope and pray to the Lord that I would get a good gun? Absolutely not. Was it stupid to have variants in the game? 100%. It's a D tier. It is a D tier. I think having variants is one of the most stupidest things in COD. It basically just makes the game a pay to win at that point, and it doesn't make it fun at all. Alright, Black Ops 3 this time. So we're going to do the description for Black Ops 4 because I missed out on it, right? So Black Ops 4, we had Blackout, which was the first introduction for a battle royale in a COD game, which was so fun to play. We had, did we have zombies? Black Ops 4? We did have zombies. Yeah, we did have Black Ops 4 zombies, which was kind of fun. It was very difficult, and you had some very tough maps. And if you didn't know about the maps, it was very, very difficult to play. And the multiplayer was just so fun and so fantastic. And I really, really did enjoy it. So I'm going to take Black Ops 4 and I'm going to move that down to B tier, and I'm going to move Black Ops 3 up to A. And with that being said, we've got the rest of the other Call of Duties. Call of Duty Zombies, we've kind of, I mean, as an overall Call of Duty Zombies, I think it sits at an A tier if we're talking about overall COD Zombies. I think COD Zombies have had some absolute bangers with World at War, Black Ops 1, Black Ops 2, Black Ops 3. But with Black Ops 4 and the later generations, if we're talking about Advanced Warfare Zombies, Infinite Warfare 2, and then even World War 2, like, just they are catastrophes, right? And even when we get to Vanguard now, catastrophes, right? It really does bring Call of Duty Zombies down, which is really unfortunate. I'd even argue a B tier because you have just as many good zombie games as you do bad zombie games. So I think a B tier is fair for it. But if you didn't have those bad games bringing it down, this game is fantastic, honestly. Call of Duty Vanguard, D tier, and there's just no other really easy way around it. To be honest, it's a D tier. It's probably one of the worst the CODs that I've played. Did I enjoy playing anything about Call of Duty Vanguard? No, not really. I didn't like the maps. I didn't like the gunplay. I didn't like the zombies. I didn't like the campaign. I thought this game was just horrendous and awful. I didn't like it. And just because there's a second Vanguard there, which it's that bad, I'm going to put both Vanguards in D tier. Alright, I'm going to put both in there. And then the latest Modern Warfare 2. Right. This game is... How do I put this nicely? This game's broken, basically. This game is like really broken in terms of just... I just think there's loads of outside of competitiveness. This game, it just has so many intricacies and problems with it. And I'm just not a fan. I'm not a fan at all. Right. Al Mazrah is like a really dry map to play in terms of Warzone. And when it comes to multiplayer, like... the maps are just awful to play. Everything is just done on shipment. It's not a fun game to play, in my opinion. Right, I think this is going to sit at a C tier for me. All right, with that being said, let's clean this up a little bit. So I'm really happy with this S tier. With the A tier, I think I could argue moving Cold War up here. I think I could argue moving Cold War up here. I think that sits there pretty nicely. And with the B tier, I'd say that I'm pretty happy with the B tier, and with the C tier, I'm happy too. We go to Modern Warfare 2, and that D tier as well. Yeah, do you know what? I'm pretty happy with that. All right. So, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please do let me know what you think, and if you've got any opinions, if you want to scream at me in the comments, if you want to hit my DMs on Twitter and tell me that you hate me for my opinions, then feel free to do so. And yeah, once again, I hope you enjoyed, and have a fantastic day. Okay, much love.